There's something attacking your mind every single day. It doesn't shout, it doesn't break down your door, it simply slips in quietly, just quietly enough that you start to believe it's your own voice. And most Christians don't even realize it's happening behind the scenes. Have you ever wondered why your thoughts drift toward worry even when you know deep down that God provides everything you need? Or why you feel spiritually numb even when you are trying your hardest to stay consistent? There's a profound reason for this. And no, it's not because you're a bad Christian or because your faith is weak. It's because your mind is being shaped, formed, and pressured every day by forces you rarely notice in your daily routine. Scripture describes this beautifully as the pattern of the world. Paul says, "Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That means there is a systematic pattern actively trying to shape you into its mold. Not accidentally, but actively. It comes through distraction, comparison, fear, business, and subtle lies that sound almost like the truth. And if you don't recognize it, it quietly becomes the default setting of your mind. Hey, if this is speaking to your heart right now, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss our latest videos that help you grow, think deeper, and stay anchored in God's truth. Join the family. Here's the part most believers completely underestimate. The enemy rarely attacks your core beliefs first. He attacks your attention because whatever shapes your attention shapes your thoughts. And whatever shapes your thoughts ultimately shapes your entire life. Think about it. You scroll for just a few minutes, but suddenly you feel behind. You compare yourself to people you've never met. You begin to question if you're doing enough, achieving enough, or becoming enough. None of that negativity came from God, but it slips into the mind so easily that it feels completely normal. Jesus warned us, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light." Matthew 6:22. He's not just talking about eyesight here. He's talking about input, what you allow into your mental world. The daily attack works like this. 1. Distraction weakens your awareness of God. You don't reject God, you just forget to look for Him. 2. Noise drowns out the whisper of the Spirit. You can't hear God when everything else is screaming louder. 3. Doubt grows in the silence between spiritual disciplines. Not because God left you, but because your thoughts drifted away from His presence. 4. Lies feel true when repeated often enough. I'm behind. I'm not enough. God is disappointed in me. None of these come from Scripture, yet they shape the believer's identity more than we like to admit. This is the daily attack, subtle, mental, and persistent. So what do you do? How do you fight something that almost feels invisible? The answer is surprisingly simple, but it requires absolute intention. Step 1, name the thoughts that don't come from God. You can't defeat what you won't acknowledge. When a thought brings fear, shame, hopelessness, or discouragement, pause and ask, would Jesus say this to me right now? If not, reject it immediately. Step 2, rebuild your inner world with Scripture, not as a checklist, but as real nourishment for your soul. Your mind becomes anchored when it has something true to hold on to. Step 3, create space for God to speak. Even 5 minutes of silence with God each day does more for your clarity than an hour of mindless scrolling. Step 4, replace reaction with reflection. Most Christians just react to life. They don't reflect with God. Reflection slows down the attack and exposes the lies. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 10:5, take every thought captive to make it obedient to Christ. You can only take a thought captive when you realize you've been under attack. Here's the truth. Your mind is not neutral ground. Something is shaping it every day, either the world or the Word, and you get to choose which voice wins. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because once you recognize the attack, you stop living defeated. You stop believing every thought that enters your mind. You stop drifting and you start renewing your mind the way God designed you to. If you've been feeling stuck, numb, or spiritually foggy, you are not alone. But now you know why, and now you know how to fight back. If this encouraged you today, take a moment and subscribe. This channel exists to help believers renew their minds, strengthen their faith, and walk closer with God. So if you want more videos that challenge you, guide you, and remind you of what's true, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to walk this journey with you. See you next time.